The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the April 23rd, the terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers. It's only the 22nd? Sorry to get ahead of myself. It's only the 22nd, but we should always still be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what the bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, of course, in our Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on, wow, that's a big move to the downside quickly. Let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thirsty Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we've got the indices just took a quick leg down. We'll have to go see what is behind that, where price is headed to. We'll do that momentarily. You got the Dow off 185, S&P 12, NASDAQ 143 to the downside. Russell's up 18, semis are down 34, trannies are up 8. Spot volatility index is up 52 cents, trading out at 1802. Gold's off $10, silver 38 cents. Light sweet crude is flat. Natural gas is up a nickel. Let's instead of figuring out who's trading to the upside, let's go take a look at these markets. Let's start by, let's see, it's the Dow. So let's go take a look at the Dow Equity Future Contract. Give me a moment here, if you would. Let's get that over on this chart, I think. Yeah, YMO 621. So let's pull this over. So first, actually, what I'll do is switch over here. Let's get some perspective. By perspective, we're taking a look at the daily time frame for the ES, the NQ, the Russell 2000, and the Dow. So start with the ES Mini. Here's what we know so far. Price is above the top of its daily profile. Nothing bearish about the patterns that are inside the ES Mini. And as long as the ES Mini continues to trade above 41.31, that's the resistance level, price should continue to move higher. This pullback so far that we just saw here just in the last 2 minutes or so, the NQ, is just testing the top of its daily profile as well. So the level to be watching there is 13,884. A second close today above that is going to suggest a run for its all-time highs. Now, the NQ does have a top in place. It has a sell the D point, the 1.272 expansion out here. This generated a three-river evening star. But price is really above the top of that daily profile, so it's really in a neutral to bullish type position out here. But watch 13,884 during the day. If we take a look at the Dow had formed a new profile a couple of days ago. And yesterday, price just simply, it is a bearish structured profile, and price just simply said, see you later, sayonara, adios amigos. Well, that's suggesting to you and I what the Dow wants to do is move up to 34,662. And if you take a look at the Russell 2000, which has been strong all day out here, the Russell 2000 is trying to send a signal. It is taking on the sellers. We know, because you and I, during this hour, we have this competitive advantage. We know exactly where buyers and sellers sit for whichever time frame it is we're looking. And specifically here for the daily time frame, we know they're sitting at 22.59. Price right now is sitting at 22.50, but a close above 22.59 will just break that little descending trend channel. But more important than that, it's going to close above that bearish structured daily profile. And there's nothing more bullish than a failed bearish structured daily profile. So now let's go take a look at what's going on intra-session out here. So here is the Dow on a daily basis, along with my other tools. Do we have a topping pattern or signal out here? Well, we could actually get one today. We talked over, I mentioned the dark cloud cover candles that were forming or appear to be forming in gold and silver. So kind of a similar type message out here. So even though I don't have the A to B equals CD pattern drawn in, you can clearly see that. And so if there is a dark cloud cover candle that forms today, this would suggest that the Dow equity future contract may be getting ready to pull back. And pull back to where? To where it had broken out from. And that's at the 33,227 level. Now, I know you're going to say, wait a minute, Steve-O. On this other chart, you just said, yes, that's correct. So what you want to watch out here is you want to watch really the price level of 33,680. So if the move in the Dow is a real move to the upside, and all that's taking place as we speak right now during the day is just this little counter trend move to the downside, because that's a bearish structured profile, price would or should find support between that center line at 33,680, or where it's trading right now, the top of that profile, which is 33,757. If price closes below 33,680, we are likely going to see a move back to the breakout level of that 33,227. So that's what's going on in the daily time frame. But let's not stop there. Quickly, let's take a look at the 30-minute chart out here. Boy, the 30-minute chart, big move to the downside. No idea what was behind that selling. Is there anything that would have triggered or signaled to us on the 30-minute basis that this was going to happen? Again, looking for some type of topping signal. Do I have one? I don't. You can see that this move lower here has triggered a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Now, we're not on a 10-minute basis. Oh, it's a 30-minute chart. On a 30-minute basis, we're not likely to see some type of bullish reversal candle, not at least on this bar out here. If price is going to continue lower inside the Dow equity future contract, the 30-minute time frame is telling us that price should find support at 33,648. Now, happens to be that wide-ranging bar, looks like from yesterday. That also happens to be the TD9 breakout level. On a 10-minute basis out here, oh, I see. So the proposal of capital gains is high as 43%. Yeah. You guys voted for him. If we take a look at, why do I have Amazon? That's crazy. Must be something's okay. Change that to gold. Give me a moment here, if you would, just so we can take a look at the, try to get this. Shoot. Okay, let's do it this way. Yeah, 621. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the 10-minute time frame chart here for the Dow equity future contract and see if there's any kind of important signal or information here. So I would say on the 10-minute basis, if price is unable to get back above 33,860, and I'd say do it by 120, it's 114 right now, that would suggest we might explore 33,648. So on the intraday charts for the Dow, you've got 33,648. The 30 minutes got 33,648. Yeah, so that becomes the downside target inside the Dow equity future contract. Let's switch over and take a look at the ES Mini, see what it is doing out here. And we can go take a look at each of these. You really just do the same thing so I can provide to you some price targets. So here on the ES Mini on a 30-minute basis, if there's two consecutive closes below 41.50, which is where we're trading right now, that would bring about a 41.17 move. Otherwise, right now, we're just really in some type of sideways consolidation on the 30-minute time frame chart for the ES. This is Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a few.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. You've got the Dow down 230. S&P is off 22. We've got a couple of questions that have come in. Let's go to those. The first one coming in from Tim. And Tim writes in, and Tim is interested in General Motors. So Tim writes in, General Motors completed a TD9 count to the downside yesterday. Oh, I love it when you guys use these tools. And with a bullish engulfing candle, but still trending well below the red line. Okay, the oscillator and change line. What does your work in the TAS profile say about a long entry here? So specifically with regard to the TAS profiles, Tim, on a daily basis, you can see that there's a bullish structured profile that formed about last week sometime, it looks like. Now, when I say bullish in structure, these profiles, for anybody that's new to the show, when you take a look at these horizontal lines, you'll see 3 horizontal lines going across this black background set of charts out here. The top line tells you exactly where sellers are. The bottom line, where buyers are. The center is where in between those levels, the top and the bottom, is where sellers believe there's fair value within that range. And that's where both buyers and sellers sit. So if you have sellers, which they do in General Motors, at 56, buyers at 56.51, my apology, buyers at 56.51, you see how the center of that profile is much closer in proximity to the bottom than the top. So there's more sellers in this range. So that's the bullish structured range. So, Tim, the answer to your question is price is pulling back into a bullish structured profile. And as long as it can maintain and close above 56.51, you at least have support. You at least have buyers at your back. Is it a bottom? Is this just a consolidation? That I don't know. So when I say is this just a consolidation, again, if we look at the daily time frame out here, one of the things that we know, we'll just simply put up our rectangle tool. We can clearly see that we have at least 2 tops that have formed out here, and we also have at least 2 bottoms. So in essence, this is really your consolidation range. You could probably extend it even lower. out here. So it's just trading with inside a consolidation. If price does not hold the 56.51 level, then what you'd really be looking to do is probably buy it in the range of, not right to the tick, but the 54.25 area. So you got a consolidation going on the daily time frame. Price right now is tinkering with the top of the weekly profile. So if tomorrow there's a close below 56.97, that signal to us would be that price should continue to pull back. But pull back to where? Price is going to have to still close below 56.51 to say, I want to get to the bottom of the consolidation. What Tim had also mentioned was that yesterday was a TD9 count for GM. So let's punch up the chart. Let's go ahead and populate it with my tools out here. And what you're going to see is he's absolutely correct. So you've got a nice Rhodes momentum indicator top out here. You have a wave number 7. That's courtesy of Basil Chapman. Price pulls back, in essence, into support, and support being that bullish structured profile. There was one day close below it. That was on bar number 8. Bar number 9 said, hey, I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm ready to move higher. Let's see today what it says. We're going to go look at a 30-minute time frame chart, really, Tim, to try to figure this out. But your question was, what's it saying about a long entry here? So you've got the TD9 count. You're in this consolidation. Price would have to, your real resistance is going to be 60.38. Courtesy of that TD9 count, that gave you that resistance level out there. If price closed below the TD9 count bottom, then what you know is you'd want to exit that trade because price is likely headed to 50.25. Now, on a 30-minute time frame, what this generated here, it looks like yesterday afternoon, was generating a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Price moves up, gets all the way up to its TD9 breakdown level, 57.95. Now, it doesn't have to hit it right to the T, and it did not hit it right to the T. So we would say at this stage right now, based on the way GM is trading on its 30-minute basis, because it's trading just below the bottom of its 30-minute profile at 56.78, if in fact you see a close below this, this would be suggesting to you that this could pull all the way back to where it had broken out from at 54.71. So let's do this. The answer to your question is, did this form a TD9 count bottom on the daily time frame? Whoops, and the answer is absolutely. Is there a reason for you to consider taking the trade? There is, and that's that daily profile. So you could take that trade and then just simply close it out if price closed below the bottom of that profile. And that would be that's really the setup. Let me look at the 10-minute. So on a 10-minute chart, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. And here, this might give you the early information, Tim. And that early information says 56.57 should hold. That's the TD9 breakout level on a 10-minute basis out here. So watch that. So hopefully that helps answer your question. And thanks so much for writing in. Our next question coming in from Hector and the fuel injectors. And Hector wants to take a look at PDD. And Hector says PDD, no idea what it is, but we're going to find out. Hector's question is PDD TD9 count. We're trying to impress the teacher. Okay, so let's go take a look at the daily time frame out here. I'm already impressed. What are you talking about? So let's take a look at, yeah, you got it. So take a look at Hector and Patty out here, working their tails off to find these bottoms. And they found one. You've got a nice, on a daily basis, you've got a prior low. Price comes back and just slightly above that prior low completes the TD9 count. Right into where? Support at 124.40, the bottom of that profile. Folks, again, you and I with these profiles have this competitive advantage that others don't have. Can you imagine, after many of you that have been watching the show for years out here, you know how well these work and how they give us this great information. Well, in this case here, Hector, absolutely TD9 count bottom. The signal to you right now is prices headed up to resistance. Resistance for it, this is inside a bearish structured daily profile. And with inside that bearish structured area, the top and the center, happens to be the TD9 breakdown area. So 142.65 is going to be your first battle to the upside out here. But has it bottomed? Absolutely. Is it the type of bottom that you like where you haven't taken out a prior low? I'd say yes to that. Now, on a weekly time frame, let's see what kind of signal. On a weekly time frame, today is going to be, or this week may become, bar number 8 of a TD9 count. But it's not going to be a valid bottom because it hasn't reached below bar number 4. So you're not going to really use the, now on the weekly chart out here, what we can use is the fact that price is pulled back to its bullish structured weekly profile and is held. And that's at 130.36. So that would really support going ahead and entering that long position. The 30-minute chart out here shows, again, when price is moving back to support. You probably picked up on this, Hector and Patty. You're always looking at that 30-minute time frame to see if there's some type of bottoming signal. And, of course, yesterday afternoon there was. Nice bullish engulfing candle confirming that Rhodes momentum indicator signal out here. We see that oscillator and change line has changed from red to green. That tells you and I that prices and that oscillator and change line are going to test each other. Right now that's in the 132.36 level. We're not going to get right to the tick as figuring out exactly where that price is going to occur, but a test and rejection of that level would be an entry point. That is the 30-minute time frame. So I don't know if I said 30 or 10. That was the 30-minute time frame chart. 10-minute chart says, hey, I'm ready to roll right now. I form a Rhodes momentum indicator top, and I pull back to support. And support is its bullish structured profile. If there were two consecutive closes below 133.37, you're looking at 127.77 out there. So, thoughts on PDD? I think we've given them to you. I say congrats to you and Patty for doing all that exploration to come up with it. And best of luck, whatever it is you have or you are doing with ticker symbol PDD. We've got some requests that are coming from our YouTube channel. So let's get over to those. The first one coming in from Bryant. And Bryant wants to look at ticker symbol. Let's get this up here. DO. This may just be a penny stock. CRF. I typed it in the wrong spot. This would be helpful. So this is, what is this? DOCRF. So we're going to go take a look at Cloud MD Software Services when we get back from this break.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Folks, got the Dow down 198, S&P's off 17, NASDAQ 100 down 85 points out here. Let's go to this next question coming in from the our YouTube channel. It's about Cloud MD software, currently traded at $1.55. $1.55 is below the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile, but trading right into support on a weekly basis. And the weekly has a bullish structured profile as well, and that's at 146. Now, if price were to close below 146, that would tell you this price is going to pull back to 83 cents. And the question is, on this instrument, the individual is looking for an entry point. So let's take a look at the daily time frame, see if there's any kind of signals. Well, there is. When this bottomed back here in the March time frame with a TD9 count. Now, what we don't know is, so today's going to become, or should become, bar number 7 of a TD9 count. On the TD9 count pattern, the low needs to take place on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. So that would then suggest that a low could form in DOCRF tomorrow through next Tuesday. Ideally, that's what you would get. And that means you're going to see a lower low. You'd like to see that lower low take place above the low from the prior TD9 count, and that's at $1.34 out here. So the daily time frame chart is suggesting that you wait. You wait until to see if the TD9 count pattern forms. So that's the first thing I would see. The weekly chart, as we talked about, is right into support. So if you were an aggressive trader, then I will go look at the short-term time frame chart, see if we can get that type of signal out here. If you're an aggressive trader, you could go ahead and enter it now, and you'd close it out with a close below 146. Ideally, really, you would close it out below 134, 146 being the bottom of that bullish structured weekly profile. So if you're an aggressive trader, I can see taking it. If you're intermediate to aggressive, I'd say you be patient and wait. Now, the 30-minute time frame chart doesn't show us any signs of this breaking out to the upside. So what that tells you and I is that there is this chance for this further pullback. 10 minutes, not enough trading in this vehicle to really get enough of a signal. So with price below the oscillator and change line, the potential for another TD9 count, we're going to suggest that you hold off until tomorrow through Tuesday to see if that bottom forms out there. The next request was to take a look at, I believe it was Bingo, B-N-G-O. Let's just go to the white background charts out here. And in Bingo, on a daily time frame, I believe the question is the same. But if we look at Bingo, you can see this also formed a TD9 count. Now, this is pretty from the standpoint that price pulled back to the breakout level, 506. Remember, I guarantee you, nobody, not at least within TFNN, nobody that I even know, from a technical analysis standpoint, would have picked 506. 506 is the breakout level. That is one of the benefits of having an objective tool that does this for us. So what happens? Price pulls back to that breakout level, does it 3 days ago, generates a TD9 count. Right now what price is dealing with, it's trying to get outside of its daily profile. And a close above 625 would let you know that 793 is next up. This has a valid bottom. If you're looking to enter it, really right now is the time while it's sitting on that oscillator and change line. Your stop would have to be below 535. That's the bottom of the daily profile. And really it'd have to be below the bar number 9. That means below 512. A 30-minute time frame chart on this shows what? Shows as it was bottoming, generating wave number 7, Rhodes momentum indicator signal, makes a nice move higher. I don't have a reason yet to see why. Oh, here's where it stopped. So on a 30-minute basis, and nobody would have chosen 675 as a TD9 breakdown level. But the system did because it's just simply objectively. See, all I'm doing here is narrating the chart. I'm just reading the chart. You could read the chart the same way. You would have looked at this and you would have said, yeah, I see one of Stevie's Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. We know what that involves. And then as far as trying to figure out where is it that price would target, it would be where it had broken down. And that's exactly what it did, 675. We're not worried about the fact that it spiked through that. It's the question is, can it close above it? So now in the case of Bingo, we're going to say, no, now is not the time to enter, because price is trading below that oscillator and change line. And really on a 30-minute basis, you might get a TD9 count bottom. Might. We're too early into it. It's only bar number 5. But again, the same principle here, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. So you've got basically 2.5 hours before this thing could generate that bottoming signal for you on this time frame, which is going to take us right into the 4 o'clock. So probably best to come back and take a look at this tomorrow. And that is on ticker symbol BNGO. Another request inside the Tiger's Den was to take a look at Riot. RIOT is the ticker symbol. So let's go look at it. I believe this is Riot Blockchain. If the question is, has this formed a bottom? The answer here is not that we have, other than the fact that price is pulling back to a prior swing point. Is it one of Stevie's bottoming signals? No. But as long as price does hold 34.25, let me make sure that's right. 34.25, it's got potential. It's not good enough for Stevie. Now, the oscillator and change line today changed colors. So this does tell us over the coming sessions, that could be all of next week, we should see price and that line catch up to each other. The weekly time frame chart for Riot tells us what? It says this wants lower price, and lower price by it means 29.28. 30-minute time frame out here forms a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, a TD 9-count top, price consolidating with inside its 30-minute profile. If price is able to take out the bottom of this profile, which is being tested right now, the bottom of that profile is 39.07. This would suggest pulling back to 36.06. So to the extent that you think that the lows from March 5th will hold out there, you could consider taking an entry as price gets back to that 36.06 level out there. And that is on ticker symbol RIOT. John is asking for me to do my chart with all the different time frames. So, John, I will power that up during the break, and we'll take a look at that specifically for the NQ for you. So we'll definitely get to that. Let's go to a next question that has come in. This one coming in from Eddie. And Eddie says markets are up because Biden announced raising capital gains to 40% from 20. Yeah, I get that. Investors make more than $1 million. I get that. Do you think this will have long-term impact on the market, or is there still no better place to put money to work than the U.S.? Well, that's really, Eddie, the answer to that question will be determined by one thing and one thing only, and that's the global flow of capital. I could give you my opinions on this. I really, quite frankly, try to not generate too much in the way of opinions and just narrate the charts and what they're communicating to us. But this here, which we're looking at, is the global flow of capital. That will really signal to us: are we the best? Of the worst? Here's what I'll tell you, and this is unequivocal. That global capital always is looking at how taxation is going to impact it. And capital always, this is universal. Global capital always will flee where it's going to be taxed, where it doesn't feel it's treated well. I don't understand how we as a human race can't understand that. This is not rocket science out here. But to answer your question, Eddie, I can't answer it. I know how capital treats itself, and we don't know if this is the best ship in the house out here, but it is impactful, absolutely. And the only way for us to really be able to make that determination is to watch the global flow of capital, and we see that on this set of tools right here. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We've got the Dow off 250. The S&P's down 26, the NASDAQ 100, 124, the Russell 2000 is up 9 points. We had a request to go take a look at our multi-time frame NASDAQ NQ future charts out here, and that's what we're looking at right now. Over on the left-hand side, you can see the monthly time frame chart. And if we see a close this month, that means next week, I believe, above 13,599.75. We're trading at 13,794 right now on a monthly time frame that's generating a significant bullish signal. It will have taken out its TD9 count top. If you take a look at the weekly time frame, the weekly shows right now we've got a bear sash candle. It's really going to be important what the candle looks like tomorrow, but it has the potential to generate a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. So you've got the top inside you've got the monthly top. The weekly is saying I may form a topping signal come tomorrow, which would mean on the weekly basis, price could get back below that TD9 count resistance level by the end of the month. That top remains in place. On a daily time frame, although you can't really see it here because I don't have the A to B equals CD tool, but from this piercing candle, from this letter labeled D, that becomes your A point. Your B point is actually what I have labeled as B. The C point is this little black B down here. That would be the low. And that completed a sell the D point. And it did that when it created this little dark cloud cover. That gave way to this Three River Evening Star. So what sellers are telling you and I at the completion of this pattern is they are really trying to defend those highs. Price is trading now. I've got a different profile here than what we have on my black background chart. We use them both. This one, especially use them both when this one is working so well. Take a look at how price yesterday got down, touched the bottom of that profile and held. So that makes the 13,704 level a very key area inside the NQ. What do we have really right now? Just simply a battle between buyers and sellers. Buyers at 13,704, sellers at 14,059 on the daily time frame. We move from the daily over to the 30-minute chart. The 30-minute chart has a Rhodes momentum indicator top. If we take a look at the NQ, on a further retracement, its price target becomes the lows. Yeah, I don't have any other. Well, let me just make sure here. Reload Ninja Screw. Yeah, I don't have any other signals to suggest anything other than that on a 30-minute time frame. So that's its signal. 60-minute time frame is generating the same signal to us. 120-minute, if you're wondering where the lows are, that's at 13,700.50. So that's an area. The 240 says, hey, I might want to get down to 13,732. So we're in the 13,700 to the 13,732. And the 5-hour chart right now is saying, hey, I pulled back to my breakout level at 13,768. So this could be, so we're in a range right now that could hold as support when we take a look at the NQ. Could hold. So right now, we know the one level that it's testing is going to be 13,768. You watch that. If there's a close below that, you're looking at 13,732. And below that, you're then looking at 13,700. And that's what the charts of the NQ. Michelle, yeah, let me think how I'm going to do this out here. I can do what you're asking for, but I turned all of these off for the most part. Yesterday when we were doing the show, there was just too much lag time for me, at least, in doing it. And so I turned off some of those panels. They are beautiful charts. And what you really should do, folks, is if you haven't test drove Mastering Probability, do it now. Because Michelle and John in the Tiger's Den, you get all of these charts each morning. So you know the TD9 breakout and breakdown levels, you know the counts, you've got everything. And you've got it for the NQ, you've got it for the Dow, you have it for the Russell, you have it for the ES, you've got it for gold, you have it for silver, you have it for the US dollar index, you have it for light sweet crude, silver, all kinds of instruments that give you this competitive information. So really just, I mean, look, if you used it for 29 days just to see if it could help you for these instruments out there, so that you knew exactly where the battles were to ahead of time, I think it will just simply help to answer your questions with regard to where price is going, because I'm serious about this. I'm just narrating these charts. Some of you I probably put to sleep because you look at this and you're immediately picking up on it to figure out where support, resistance, where is price going, and so forth. And that's all we're doing here, is if we can understand the game field, where people are hanging out, where are buyers and sellers. And this is especially important if you're an intraday trader. I don't know how you trade without some of this information. You know, there's other great information as well, like market breadth. So a good tool for market breadth are the TAS. In addition to using the TAS profiles, they also have this scanner that takes a look at all of these instruments. This happens to be the NQ. Now, I know that one of our dinners took a long position inside the NQ. I believe that they did out here. Now, this is a 30-minute time frame. And on the 30-minute time frame chart that oh, geez, you're not looking at it. Hold on a minute. Forget I'm on a different screen. This is it here. So this is what I was referring to as the 30-minute time frame for the TAS market profile for the NQ. Lower left, you can see the NQ out here. Now, the red line is representing how many instruments are trading below the bottom of a 30-minute profile, and the blue line, how many are trading above. You can go in the upper left-hand corner here, and you'll see there's only 3 instruments from a 30-minute time frame right now inside the NQ where price is trading above the top of their profile out there, 52 below. So with that in mind out here, we know that this is market breadth negative, not that it can't form a bottom. This is a 30-minute time frame. But when we take a look at this 30-minute chart out here now, you're going to see, boy, we don't have any kind of, other than maybe trying to come up with a retracement, we don't have any kind of indication that this, in fact, is a bottom. And then you put that market breadth out there, and it just makes it a little bit more concerning. But, of course, we could do this. I could take this chart just for right now, and just go to a 10-minute time frame, just to see what's going on even intraday. So let's do that. Let's just go to 10 minutes out here. Well, we're going to try to do that. What the heck is the system doing? Okay. See, no, that's a problem because there we go. Come on, do this. Don't freeze on me. Well, Michelle, so this is, you kind of seen a little bit of the reason why. I'll get the panel up for the ES Mini when we go to the next break, kind of similar to what I did here for John. So here's the 10-minute time frame. So now we pull the 10-minute time frame up here. Come on, expand. And here we've got no sign of a bottom as we speak right now for the NQ. So clearly the NQ headed for the lows of about 10 o'clock yesterday morning out there. That's what we see. Okay, let's Let me see if I've got any other requests that have come in by email. Well, we've got about 30 seconds. The answer there is no. So we haven't looked at gold and the U.S. dollar. Let's quickly see if I can pull this chart up here, see what's going on. So gold, silver, and the U.S. dollar. So as we take a look at this chart here, so both gold and silver have bearish reversal candles. And silver right now is trading back below the top of its daily profile that formed yesterday, and that's at 26.24. And if you take a look at the U.S. dollar index, it formed a brand new bear structured profile today, and it's suggesting a price target of 91.75. Folks, I think this is suggesting to you and I to anticipate a retracement in gold, an opportunity to get long the mining sector or even the metals after the retracement is done. Steve, and that's likely to occur when the U.S. dollar index gets up to 91.75 to 91.90. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Great.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. You've got the Dow down 336, S&P's off 41, NASDAQ 100 down 181 points out here. Spot volatility index is up more than 10%. If we see a greater rate of change above 10% at the end of the day, what you'd be looking for example, on this ES mini chart. Well, let me pull up this ES mini chart. This is for Michelle. She wanted to take a look at the multi-time frame lookout here. So let's put these up. What you'd be looking for, should that happen, you'd be looking for some type of bottom pattern signal on the 30-minute time frame. It might be a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. That would look the opposite of what the top looks like here. And by the way, I teach you that pattern as well. If you subscribe to Mastering Probability, there's our workshop. I think it might be within a couple of workshops that are out there. Michelle, if I were to ask you, where is a 30-minute ES Mini targeting? Where is it going to try to find support? And you're exactly right. I heard you say 41.1775. That's the breakout level. That's what you're going to be watching. Why? Because if price closes below that, and you've got a wide-ranging bar coming into it, which is odds favor it's going to close below that, then price will seek the next level of support, the next level of breakout support. And that level of breakout support is 41.02. What we know right now, price is testing this 41.14, 41.17 area. Watch how price behaves there. It could find support, not because of any kind of a bottom signal, because price is just simply pulled back to the breakout area. And if it closes below that, that's going to suggest to you and I that price continues to move lower to some of these other figures out there. What else can I leave you with? Let's take a quick peek at the spot volatility index, see where it is trading. Share screen, stop sharing, start sharing again right here. What we're looking at is a spot volatility index. The other thing to watch, well, this is the problem. Look, it's trading below its 50-day exponential moving average. That's priced at 2014. Right now we're priced at 1979. Watch that one-day rate of change. If it's above 10% and we see some type of bottom signal in the ES Mini, you'll see a bottom or bounce in the overnight. Folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you back here on Fantastic Friday. Have a thirsty Thursday, folks.